Hey, what's going on? This is Man Cave. I'm your host, Iris. What's going on? We got a little video for you today, but before we get started, I'd like to just say thank you for all of my subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. And everybody else, if you've been shadow watching and not contributing, not asking for finances, but I will like a cup of coffee in the link in the description box. Thank you very much. But hit the like button. You guys are awesome. If I'm going to suffer watching these videos, you could at least hit the like button. But I do appreciate every last one of you should tune in. All right, so I haven't done a simp video in a very long time, so how about we get to it? Well, I did a video about him maybe about a year ago. He's very good at simping and pandering to women's wants and needs, and well, I think you'll know who he is.
I would rather you be single than to be in a home with a destructive man. Because your daughters will think the way he treats you is okay for a man to treat her. And your sons will pick up this destructive behavior. We have to understand that two people in one home with no peace is complete hell. So I don't care what these men say. Oh, you're breaking up my household. No, you broke up the household. A man that's not willing to heal, a man that's not willing to work through his trauma, a man that's not willing to become the best version of himself for his children don't deserve none. Just because you're there physically means nothing if you can't be there emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and financially. So you talking about a destructive man? She broke up the household? Sir, you broke up the household. And you're not just breaking up your household or broken up your household. You passed down generational curses that your fathers was too weak to break. Step your game up or get left, period.
Yeah, just don't say that to the ones in the 70s and 80s who, chose welfare and basically kind of just kicked the husbands out of the house. But you're not talking about those, right? You're not talking about the women that go to the family court, use the system that goes above and beyond to make sure that they get everything they need so they can break up the family. No, we're not talking about those women, right? We're not talking about the women who recklessly have sex with multiple types of dudes who clearly are just no-neck dudes that shouldn't be reproducing with anyone, but for some reason are the major ones reproducing in those communities. No, we're not talking about those ones. No, of course not. No. This is why I say this guy's a panda bear. He just says everything. Here's the thing. There is truth in what he says, but it's a blanket statement. The blank statement to basically say that men are fully responsible for what's happening with families. That's all it is. That's why these type of guys are pandas bears, like him, Derek Jackson. I don't even know if he still exists because he was still slaying it even after he got caught. Steve Harvey, he already tried to tell him the truth one time, and they basically brought the hammer down on him. He never did it again. He's not losing his money to basically tell you women the damn truth. We have these panda bears that come out here. They say exactly what women want to hear because it's important for them. It's important for them to hear what they want to hear and not what they need to hear, because telling them what they need to hear, you get talk like, well, I agree with what you're saying. However, you could say it a little bit softer so that it's not as offensive to me. I know you're using the Jersey Go voice, but whatever. The fact is, they don't want to hear the truth. They want you to tell their version of the truth that they want you to tell them. The same way that you have a whole bunch of women who sit out here who will tell you their emotions and feelings. Like, I want a man that's open and honest, and he comes to me with all his feelings. But what they don't tell you is that women are mostly like cats. You can pet a cat all day long until that cat gets tired and he lashes out at you. Same thing with a guy and his emotions. Don't ever tell a woman your emotions. Why? Because they'll, one, use it as a weapon. Two, they're going to let you know when your feelings is too much for her. Because you have to be a rock. And because women are complicated and don't know or understand how to manage reality, you should keep it to yourself. Talk to your boys. If you have a boy you've known for years, talk to them about it. But the simping thing is one of the biggest problems in why this specific group of women can never overcome their BS. because they have women that will come, men and women who will come out here pandering to women and making them make all the stupid decisions. And then these same women are complaining later, why am I hurt and why am I alone? Because you're listening to the wrong people.
Why are men intimidated by successful women?
Only boys trapped in men's bodies are intimidated by successful women. Why are they intimidated? Because a successful woman reveals the weakness, reveals the shortcomings of the man. And men, they get so much in their feelings, they start to compete with the women. And when they realize the woman is winning in success in the relationship, they become envious. They become...
All right. So like I said, why is he saying things that other women have been saying? He will never come to you and tell you the flat out truth. He's saying what women are saying because that's how women think. Women always say, I've never heard of a real man saying, I'm intimidated by my woman's success. Unless it's Tyler Perry. Then, then all this stuff is exactly sounds like what a woman would say. Because if you watch Tyler Perry and a man says something that a woman would say, it's Tyler Perry film. Plain and simple. No man is intimidated by a woman's success at all. I've never met a man that was intimidated by a woman's success. Then don't get me wrong, there are some women who do out-earn their husbands, and they're good women. They don't let it get to them. But it's for some reason this specific group loves to keep talking as if they're doing it because they're doing it to provide for the family. No, they still want to have the mindset of a man who takes care of everything, but they've been told by feminism, by the government and social media, mainstream media, that you have to get a job and you have to out-earn everyone else. You have to be like a man because everyone still thinks to this day that we're equal. Men and women are not the same. And it's like funny the stuff when you keep saying that, you can't pick and choose. So if you're saying we're equal and we're the same, then you bring your dumb ass downstairs and figure out what's been going on. Kill the bug that's in the corner. I'll stay asleep because I got to work in the morning. If you give me any type of pushback, don't come back to me talking about we're equal. Because we're not. Women, especially this specific group of women, they come out here because they want to get a job to be independent of those men. Men get a job because they want to take care of the family. I've yet to hear one video where a woman told them, I'm independent, I'm this, I'm that, and I was doing it for our family. I'll stop me. Do you let me know if you found the video of a woman, especially that type of woman, who would tell you that I got a job and education, everything else to succeed in this world because I cared about taking care of this entire family? Go ahead, pull it up. If you can find it, you won't.
Jealous, they even become self-sabotaging, not just for themselves, but for the woman. I don't want you to work no more. You can't even pay all the bills by yourself, but now your shortcomings, now your insecurities are showing. Now you talking about you don't want her to work no more. I don't like how your boss be looking at you. I don't like how your coworkers is looking at you. What do you mean? She's working with them. You're feeling insecure. Now you think the man at her job want her because you know truthfully that you don't deserve her. So
no, that's not what it is, because if you go to any job, most guys want to smash any chick. When I was single, I was doing that. Please. This guy's a joke. And women, you look at the comment section, these women will eat it up. That's a real king right there, even though he's under 6 feet tall. Yeah. No lies spoken, even though he's just saying everything you say. Protect him at all costs. Why? Because he makes you feel better? This is one of the reasons. Yeah, look at what I said. You want to destabilize a group? Just get a whole bunch of panda bears to come out and tell the women all they want to hear and turn against their men. Worked on one group. Men want and have no problem smashing your wife at her job. I'm just being honest. It's not insecurity, because the honest proof is, can your woman control herself when you're not at what she thinks is her level? Because remember, he's saying she out-earned you, right? She's making a whole bunch of money. You're feeling insecure. How long until she sees you as inadequate and then she starts smashing other men? How many marriages were ended because a woman cheated because she wasn't feeling happy? I don't feel happy. Have you ever heard a man go to court and say, I don't feel happy about being married?
Only weak men are intimidated by strong, successful women because strong, successful men love strong, successful women. And trust and believe a strong, successful woman can still be feminine, but a man has to really dwell in his masculinity.
That's a negative. To be in that position, you got to be quite masculine. I don't give a crap what the hell this dude says. A woman has to be more masculine to be in a man's world. I don't give a crap what anybody says. You've seen it too many times where too many women have had to excel themselves and become better, but they had to become masculine. So they lost a lot of feminine features. These type of guys are going to leave you women alone. He's only coping with you because he makes you giving him money. That's it. And because it's TikTok, a lot of people fall for the okie doke. They're selling you a lie and then telling you, well, it's not this, it's that, it's all this other nonsense. No, they're selling you a lie because they want to sell you a lie to make money off of you. Because that shows you how stupid people are. What was it with that roid rage Weston guy? How many people he made him a millionaire because they sent him thousands of dollars to be yelled at? The same guy who said a billionaire didn't make it because he's not ripped. But they're billionaires and he's a millionaire.
Should a man keep to himself and not date until he has all his priorities straight?
A man that gets into a relationship with a woman that can't provide her every need is an undisciplined bum. These are the men that say, I want a woman to go through the trenches with me. Why? Because you couldn't walk through the trenches by yourself and come out successful. You walked through the trenches alone and you failed. So now you're not dating for a woman to procreate and start an empire. You're looking for a woman for financial gain. You are the weakest form of men. A real man will work on himself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially before he ever thinks about entertaining a woman, because a real man is not going to grab a woman off the throne and throw her in the battlefield. You men are bums, you're selfish peasants, you don't deserve women, and you should not be raising young boys. You men need to be alone. Get your minds right, rebuild yourself, rejuvenate yourself, and the only men that get offended by this are the men that are happy bringing their women through the mud with them. They weren't created for this, and this is why your home's in a state of hell, because you don't understand that you're following the ways of your father, the devil.
Shot fired. Shots fired, man. Oh, shots fired. Oh, this guy said a whole bunch of nonsense, but shots fired. Okay. Before I let this go, this is what I'm talking about when it comes down to these simps and these panda bears. They're going to tell you everything they want. Now, I'm going to tell you as a man, you should rebuild yourself and be the best version of yourself, not just for any chick or some chick or any chick at all, but for yourself. The women will come later. Build it for yourself. What he's talking about are the broke dudes, but he's doing it on a wider spectrum where there's no specifics as to what type of man we're talking about. We already know what type of man you're talking about. This ain't the 80% of men. This is the bottom 10% of men. The men that leave them astray, that leave them broken, but they choose to be with these guys. Remember that. They choose to be with these type of guys. That's why I don't feel bad about it. He's telling these women everything they want to hear. Yo, no lies spoken. Protect them at all costs. Real king right there. You know, like they do nowadays on TikTok. They'll all protect them at all costs. Hey, let's get something straight. He's going to make a killing because he tells women what you want to do. I'm not saying doing it. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, if you're looking to make a lot of money on modern women, you can be like this dude. I'm just saying, it's not that hard. I guarantee you, if I were to do this channel, and I'm pretty sure that people that don't like me, if I were to make a new channel doing what he's doing, because I'm pretty good at it, I guarantee you I'll be making a killing. My viewership will jump. It will skyrocket. Oh, it'll go up. Guarantee you. Is that a problem? It'll go up without question, rhyme or reason. It'll just be a whole bunch of people joining up. That's a king right there, even though I'm married. And I don't give a shit about none of you. Oh, thank you, Nika Moore, for joining the man cave. How's it going? I think it's hilarious because these people do this and they don't realize that this guy is hustling them. But because you can praise them, you make a lot of money off of them. It's actually simple. Lying to them is the easiest thing. Tell them the truth is where the real challenge is. But I would never really tell you to do that. I honestly think that women should know the truth, and men should work as such and be as the type of man that tells the women the truth. Be honest with them. I don't think modern women are dateable. And that's a fact. I just think that they're not dateable because the honest truth is they have not proven that they can be dated in this day and age. Or date, yes. But long term, reproducing, absolutely not. They have to change themselves. They have to build themselves to be the women that these men need them to be. Why? Because if you want a man to be all these things, you have to be the same for them. You have to be something that man wants you to be. That's it. That's just the honest truth about it. This guy's going to leave a lot of women lonely and homeless. And unfortunately, it's one specific demographic that has drank the Kool-Aid and they don't seem to understand the problem. And it's been going on since the 80s. So unfortunately, if they haven't figured it out now, they're not going to figure it out anytime soon. And that's on them. So it's up to you. Do you want to keep going down this route or you want to do better and bring families back together?